Good day, everybody. Good day. It's been a very crazy weekend, a very fun weekend at the same time. And now I'm here to wrap it up with some good old Pokemon Draft League Wi-Fi Week 6 Showdown. Boom, pizzle. Today we're going up against Mr. Blakey. He's got a very well-rounded team. I quite like it just from the looks of it. I've done some mocks for this one as well, and I feel like this is definitely a matchup that's in my favor. I feel like I'm very much in control of this. The big issues on his team versus mine are going to be the Enamorous and the Terra Colossal. Terra Colossal is actually very good, from what I've seen from him so far. It plays very similar to Regigigas, except it has better offensive stabs and just doesn't have T-Wave and knockoff. You trade utility for a more offensive presence essentially, although it can't set up either, but it can set up hazards and spin, so it actually does have some utility, just different, which is interesting. Just going down my notes here, Cinccino should probably not be coming to this game because it is completely invalidated by Gambit. Tentacruel has slightly more reason to come because he can spin and whatever, but it's also invalidated by Gambit. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Enamorous, Colossal, probably Dragapult, and probably the Water Tauros. Those four are I think those Enamor and Cole are coming for sure. Pult and Tauros are probably coming. And if I had to guess the last two, probably Bronzong and Crocodile. Although I can see an argument for Electros or Ogre or even Tran. Depends on what he wants to do. So, switching gears to what I actually got for him. Take a Propaganda. Heavy Duty Boots, Iron Valiant, Calm Mind set with Moonblast, Aura Sphere, Psyshock, and Calm Mind. This is the win con for this week. After I get if I can get Colossal to get broken down, this is pretty much unstoppable, pretty ridiculous to switch in for anything on his team. Also, just being a fast revenge killer is nice. Pretty standard Fizdef, Gliscor, Earthquake, Protect, Toxic Spikes. This can help deal with the Colossal because the combination of Earthquake and Toxic, nothing can switch in. He can't Terra into anything that works against both, because the only types that cannot be poisoned are Poison and Steel, and those are just going to get Earthquaked. So this will help with that matter. Spikes also just look generally nice into this game to help things get worn down for Valiant and Gambit. Speaking of Gambit, yeah, I've talked about it a lot. It just looks really good in this matchup. Even though he does have things to deal with it, like Intim, Crocodile, and the Bull, which completely, you could argue, invalidates this, but the Bull has no recovery outside of Rest, and I can just keep chipping at it. And I didn't bring Intimidate. I actually brought Overlord, because it's one of those things where I feel like you see a Gambit and you're afraid to bring Intimidate anyway, just off the nature of Defiant. So I just brought Overlord to get, and I'll still be doing plenty of chip with this anyway. So this helps it's win-win, because if he doesn't bring Intimidate, I get more value out of this, and if he does bring Intimidate, it's not a big deal anyway. Crook isn't comfortable switching into this, and Bull, like I said, has limited switch-ins, even though it is going to be the main switch-in. It'll get worn down over time. Especially, that's also why we have Rocks over SD, because I don't feel confident in being able to pull off a sweep. I'd rather just use the turns I get that Gambit forces stuff out to either get chip with attacks or just put up hazards to help everything else, as well as itself. We got almost max special we do have max special defense on this thing as well to take hits from things like Dragapult. So that's very nice to have as well. Even when and it's black glasses, that way even if I'm burned, I'm still 2 KOing it, which is nice. Alomomola is here as well. standard special defensive build. Flip turn, mirror coat, wish protect. What did I bring this for? Well, a lot of things, but mainly things like Heatran, Enamorous, Dragapult. Just the special attackers in general come in, take hits, flip out. This is mixed defense actually too. So it's like you got a little bit of meat on its bones as well to deal with physical hits from like particularly like water hits from the bowl, because that thing is kind of annoying. We got the Skeledirge. This also has a very good matchup into this team. Very good into Tran because I don't think you bring Flash Fire Tran. If Tran is coming, it's probably Fizz Def with Flame Body. I think that's the only way you can run it. I guess you can run it specially defensive for Hoopa too, but even then I still think Flame Body's the way to go. So this can just rack it up with Torch Songs, and even if it is Flash Fire, as long as it's not Air Balloon, I can just smack it with an Earth Power. But I don't think it's going to be necessary. Earth Power is more so there for Colossal than anything else. But this is just going to be able to spread burns, be fat, make sure Ogerpon cannot just set up and sweep me, as well as Enamorous. It's like a stopgap for those, as well as the Bronzong. Pretty much, because so the only two true Valiant switch-ins are Zong and Colossal. And Colossal is going to be an issue, so that's why we got a little bit of thing on everybody to kind of deal with it. And Zong is just going to be invalidated by this Skeledirge forever. I just come in on it and set up Torch Songs. So that'll be nice. And then we got Mr. Gigas coming back for another round of pain. So this week it's here to deal with the Enamorous, because I just don't switch into that Monwell at all, like Specs or Calm Mind. So we got Heavy Slam and Thunderbolt, so that way we can hit it hard regardless if it's a Superpower Contrary variant or a Calm Mind variant. And Knockoff is just for general utility, Rest to recover, and we're Terra Water because I need to pick a type that's not weak to Fairy or Ground, so the best thing I can really do is just something neutral. There are types like Grass and stuff where it does resist Ground, but like I just looked over all the types, and Water just looks the best into the rest of the team. Water's also, it can help versus the Bull, versus Colossal as well, to help me stick around and either knock him off and maybe get some chip with Thunderbolt. So that's a team that we're going to rock out with for this week. We should be starting the battle any second now, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, we're back. What do we got? Oh, this is very different from what I expected him to bring. Very different. No Enamorous is insane. No Colossal is also insane. Hold on. We still lead Gliscor. So basically, Cinccino and Tentacruel are just going to be free Gambit fodder every time. The fact on Leftovers is kind of... Leftovers is kind of miserable, but... I basically always lead Gliscor. This is good into the entire team, and it has options for anything he wants to do. I actually wrote down everything I should be doing, so... Just gonna lead this. Let me write down everything. Pult, Zong, Tran, Cinccino, Ogerpon, and Tentacruel. So yeah, Tentacruel lost Scald in this generation, so it's just free Gambit fodder. Sword Dance Gambit actually looks insane here, but so... I almost brought that over Rocks, but Rocks was just more consistent. I felt like. Alright, let's get this rolling. Daisy. Daisy! This gets triple axle. I'm not staying in on this. Actually, can I just protect to get the orb off? I feel like I can. Yeah, because this thing at +1 doesn't threaten Gambit with anything. So, we take our protect to get our toxic orb off. I don't know what this... It could be a tidy up set, it could be a scarf set. Does this get like trick or switcheroo? Doesn't get trick. Tidy up. Doesn't get switcheroo, so it is a tidy up set. So, Gambit resists literally everything it wants to do. If it focus blasts, it's not even threatening. I can take 2. I'm especially defensive. So we get our toxic off, which is what I wanted. One of the biggest reasons to legalize score. This can come in and just not be threatened. 3, 4. I'm assuming Technician loaded dice. So 4 hits did 341 to 249. 92. Is that adamant? I don't think so. Yeah, that's just jolly standard set. So this doesn't threaten me, so... I don't want to get Flame Body burnt, but he has no Kowtow resist. He does have a spin. Do I Stealth Rock first? I'll Stealth Rock first. It's safer. Why not? Actually, no. Because if this does have Focus Blast, I think I should have Kowtowed for damage. I might have choked. They do withdraw, okay. So then, yeah, that makes me feel more comfortable. Bowser, I believe that's a Tran. Yeah, so I believe this is gonna be like a Fizz Def Flame Body set. This is like the only Gambit switching then. So I want to keep this thing healthy. What do I want to bring in? Probably Aloe. Yeah. I'd rather not take more damage on Gliscor than I need to, and this can't do anything to Aloe. I'm not threatened by Power Herb, Solar Beam, or any Specs variant. See what he wants to do. Probably put up his own rocks, right? Magma Storm, okay. Misses that. Unfortunate for him, but the chip also doesn't really matter on something like Molo. And the trapping doesn't matter either. Do I flip? He has no reason to stay in. He could put up rock. I mean, what do I do if I stay in? My only other play is Wish, right? What is his switching? He's got an Ogre Pawn. I would love to be able to just Wish and flip into Gambit. I would love that so much. And I don't think he'll go hard Ogre on a Scaldmon. And if he does, what do I do versus that? I'd be going to Gliscor. With a Wish up, actually, too. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play a little greedy here. And maybe my downfall. But he does Magma Storm, so this is the correct play. Just gonna flip out here. If he wants to stay in, I can just go into Gliscor and threaten Earthquake. I didn't actually calc how much damage that did. I should have. 532 minus 383. So I think he landed 2 Magma Storms on. Yeah, one for the Wish and one No, he only landed one Magma Storm. No. I swapped in, I dodged a Magma Storm, I just clicked Wish, he hit a Magma Storm. Did I really do that much? He trim. That might be offensive then. Goes back into Cinchino, right? That's perfect, because now Gambit comes in with the Wish on, and that's the most perfect scenario possible. I am worried about getting burned. I can't cap. Yeah, because I can't go, I don't want to get Rock Lesson on this, and this just kind of looks set up. I could go this, actually. What do I do, though? Probably just Aura Sphere, right? Yeah, because if I can get Tran shipped down, I think that's what I want to do. I want chip on Tran, so like I don't feel as comfortable going into Gambit with the Flame Body Mon still around. And rocks are up, so I wouldn't have another play other than kowtowing anyway. Aura Sphere is just the best neutral click. Probably goes into Zong or Tran. It's not time to set up Calm Minds just yet. Yeah, I think that's offensive Tran, unless I'm missing something and I look goofy right now. But, it wouldn't be a Gambit switch. Is it like max HP, max special attack? I don't know. I didn't even get to see if it was leftovers or anything. Let's see this Aura Sphere damage though. That does like, that did a lot. That was like 30%. So that's like, I want to say that's like not fully specially defensive. It could, but it's probably more Spadef than not. We don't stay in ever. I think we just, well, it could body press. No, we have Dirge. Dirge is the Zong switch in. Nothing they can do to me. Gliscor's also like not bad into it. I can set up spikes, but it does get Ice Spinner, and it could set up dual screens on me. And if that's what it's gonna do, I want to threaten it out. Like Bronzong isn't a useless Pokemon. Absolutely not. I would imagine it's going to be like a screen set, maybe like Gyro Ball and one other coverage move. Doubles out, actually. Good play. But into what, though? That's the pull. What do I do? I want Gambit to switch into pull, too. I can't imagine it's a Dragon Dance set versus Dirge. Like Dirge Gambit. So if it's a special set, we just always go Aloe, I think? Yeah. Let's just double check a calc just to be sure. It's been a while since I prepared for this team. A Spec Strike goes doing 67% max, and like anything less is definitely not to a KO. So let's do it. And Life Orb Thunderbolt could to a KO, but we'll see. Probably just gonna U-turn, right? Shadow Ball. 532 to 396. $136 overall damage. Oh, whoa, that's like That's gotta be like boots, or it's not boots because it took spikes or Sprox damage, but that's like nothing. 130. Yeah, that's like, so that's just not a boosting item. I don't know what it could. It could be Colbert. That actually would make a lot of sense. I think I'm just gonna take my flip now. I could have mirror coded too. Probably would have been better, but the flip turn is a better play. Mirror code would have been better in that specific scenario. So now do I just go Gambit and risk a blow? He didn't bring an Amherst, so actually I'm gonna go this. And just knock. And just not risk the burn on Gambit. Do I need to Terra? Terra Water would be nice for Tran, but it might just be better to stay normal for now for the Ogre Pawn, because that's more threatening. So let's just knock off an item. I'm not even worried if it's weakness policy, because you shouldn't be weakness policy in the Gambit. I don't imagine he even wants to stay in. Probably gonna go out into the Tran or the Zong. In which case knocking off will be very nice. As well as the additional Rocks chip. That's a Tran. And if we can figure... Well, there's no way of figuring out its ability unless I click a fire move, or just see the Flame Body burn. Knock off the leftovers is very nice. I hate getting this much chip on Mola this early, but it's regenerating most of it off, and Tran also still isn't a threat into it. I feel like I have no reason to stay. Yeah, I can't do anything by staying in, so we're just gonna go make the Mola play. We're still healthy enough to where Tran isn't threatening. And it's leftover, so it's not Solar Beam. It could be Solar Beam. He could be an insane person and just run Solar Beam, no herb. Just for the switch-ins like this. Yeah. But I'm going to assume he's not for the moment. I believe that does mean he decided to stay in. He should be slower than Tran with the slow start active. Does go for Willow. Good play on his part. I like that better than Magma Storming because it gives you more chip on Mola over time. I'm just gonna wish. I'm gonna wish. I might just stay in, catch the first wish, and then like wish protect. It all depends on how he wants to switch around this. Is he gonna go hard ogre? He does go hard ogre. In which case, I think now I just hard swap and regen. I'm gonna regen most of this chip off right now, and just bring in something healthy. We see leftovers on the Ogre Pawn. I didn't want to bring Salamence looked like it was gonna be able to wall this until I remembered it had Defiant, so this is an issue. Do we go Bacardi? Ogre Pawn. And this one can run like a real item, so it's a threat. All Bacardi can do is Toxic it though. I don't want to go hard Dirge on a knockoff. So I think this is what I have to do. It's not nowhere near game vet range. And if anything else, I can just chip it. I might lose something in this prospect, but I'm gonna wear this down, which is what I need to do. Tran is already getting a lot of chip on it. Goes for spikes. That's gonna be annoying, but nothing we can't handle. Especially with Wish regen. Do I toss out a... Should I toss out my own spike or a toxic? I guess if they go into Zong, it's not that threatening. And you wouldn't swap Tentacruel into this. I could spike first just to see what he does. He's definitely can't be Sword Stance plus spikes, right? I guess he could. I mean, what else do you have to run? Because, no, I think... I'm gonna spike. I think Zong is coming out. I think Gliscor is too hard to switch into. We do see Spiky Shield come out, so Spikes is the perfect play here. Because the Rapid Spinner on his team it's very easy to abuse. The Tentacruel. I'm actually just gonna Earthquake. I'm not super threatened if Zong comes out, and... Do I really think Tentacruel's coming out? I think there's a chance. And the thing is, I have no speed investment, and Tentacruel's naturally base 100, so it's faster than me. So I have to swap out if it comes in. Earthquake chip on this is also not even terrible. Does Spiky Shield block Toxic? Or is it just damage? Yes, it does block that stuff, so we just spike. I haven't even revealed Toxic, so he might just think I can't hit him, and then I'll actually get able to Toxic this. So yeah, the spikes they're not fun to play with, but I do have 3 Bootsmons, and Mola can Wish Pass, which will pop off after the Spikes damage. Spikes really is only scary for Gambit. Gigas also doesn't like him, but it can rest it off, and it's fat, just a lot fatter naturally. So now his 2 plays, now that he got the 3 spikes of, are Spiky Shield or Hard Swap. So do I go Hard Gambit? Or Hard Mola? I can't go Mola if he decides to stay in Spiky Shield. I could go Gambit, but that's a risky play, especially depending on what if he does go like... Well, no. Because Gambit's good into all these things, but I guess if he stays in and he has fighting coverage, then we're bad. So the best play is the one... Probably just Earthquake. Hopefully catch the Tentacruel on the switch in. That's the Zong. Get some more chip on him. This is actually perfect. Because this lets Mola in completely for free, so I can get the Wish Pass. Oh, am I slower than this? Wait a minute. I need to know if Mola's slower. It's not, unfortunately. And I can't just go hard into Gambit like that, so we have to go Biggie. This could be a rough one. This thing still doesn't threaten Biggie though, so this is nothing. Yeah. Probably what, Iron Defense, Body Press, and what, maybe Ice Spinner, Shadow Ball. Do I Willow here? Nothing likes a Willow, actually. I'm gonna do that. Even if Tran comes out, then we can confirm Flash Fire or not. Wouldn't Flash Fire proc before? Yeah, because it boosts your moves. So we figure out right then and there. I guess just raw Torch Song wouldn't be bad either, but if Tentacruel comes out, I'd rather get the burn on it. And now that Mola is burned, I can actually swap into Tentacruel with Mola, because I'm not afraid of getting poisoned either, so that's really nice. So I can do that first, as he Rapid Spins, get the Wish off, and flip into Gambit, and get the HP back. Let's see, yeah, that's Tentacruel. So getting a burn on that's very nice. We don't see boots on it either. So this is gonna get shipped down. pretty quickly. There's no need to risk staying in on a serve, so we just go hard Mola. I can't be as risky with Gambit because I want it for it's so good here. I want it for the end game. Goes for flip turn. Good play on their part, but can I live a hit from Ogerpon? We know it's leftovers, so it's not a boosting item. Ivy Cudgel from Jolly does. Oh wait, go into this. Wait a minute. How do I want to play this? Gambit is my switching into this. I think I have to do it. How much does a Focus Blast do? Can do. It can kill. I could go into Gigas actually. That might be better. That might be a safer play if he does make that read. Even at +1, it can't kill Gigas. And how much is Gigas? Gigas can do 39% with a Heavy Slam. Yeah, 33. That's definitely in range of a Heavy Slam. So we're gonna go Gigas. It's just safer. I do expect like knockoff or tidy up to be the two main plays here though. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We just heavy slam this and get rid of this, and we can live a tail slap. Actually, maybe we don't. We're 76%. 76% max. The max roll is 324. It actually only KOs me one. Excusez-moi. But that's with 4 hits. I think if he gets 5 hits, it kills me. But then we just bring Gambit in for free. So I have no choice. Oh, I should have Terra Watered. But we still live this regardless, so. I didn't know that's what he would click. Tail Slap does more, so I guess that was maybe for Life Score, or I don't know. I don't know what that was for. He knows I'm Terra Water too, so I don't know. But that is a big threat out of the way, because that Monk was a lot more threatening with spikes up. So that being out of the way is very nice. What can he go into from here, from this position? Go into Pult, go into Tran, go into Ogre. Ogre's probably the best one. Yeah, he didn't actually spin with the Tentacruel yet, so my spikes and Stealth Rock are very, very useful. This is probably going to take its spin right now. Do I just T-Bolt? Or do I take the rest? Probably take the rest. Yeah, because Ogerpon is still a threat. And I can't go hard Dirge on a knockoff or something. Go for Sludge Bomb, alright. I mean, not the greatest loss. I probably wasn't getting a rest opportunity regardless anyway, so no matter. So now we follow the same quota as before, where we're slower in this with Mola. We go into this, we wish into Gambit. If he wants to go hard Ogerpon on this, Do I have a switch? I could... Yeah, I can... Yeah, I'm full HP. I can flip into Dirge. But even then, that means my hazards stay up, so... It's kind of lose-lose for him. He either removes the rapid spin and I get to heal Gambit up, or he hard swaps now, or flips out now, and then my hazards get more chip. And this Tentacruel is getting super duper chipped, which makes Valiant even better. Although the main goal is still to chip down Zong and Tran, so I do gotta be careful using Dirge. This is gonna come out. Oh, did he already rapid spin? Am I silly? Did he already rapid spin? Yeah, he did. Okay. But I don't think this kills me from here. Ogerpon Ivy Cudgel does a max of 434 damage, so we guaranteed live as long as it's not a crit. And then flip into what? Into Gambit, right? No, we flip into Val. Knockoff comes out. That's actually detrimental, but I guess it means we get to keep this healthy. And that means... Wait a minute, that means... That's actually huge. Because that means he probably doesn't have coverage for Gambit. If he's a fighting move, then he's perma-ult by... Bacardi and Eternal Youth. So we're gonna go Gambit right now and get our wish off. Because this definitely needs to wish, because the other guy's full HP and has boots. Why did I... Oh, never mind. Why are there no hazards? Am I what, did I miss something? Where did the freaking hazards go? Where did his spikes go? Is this a bug? Did they just disappear? I never got rid of his spikes. I don't know. I just got... I'm probably goofy and I'm just missing something, but I think... I'm just gonna kowtow here. Get my damage. If he goes Tran, then that makes... What's his name? Makes Val a lot better. So this is gonna hurt, yeah. No burn. Bless. Perfect. Am I silly? Like, where did the hazards go? He set up 1,000,000 spikes, and so did I. I had to just be silly right now. If it's a bug and they did just disappear for no reason, that's very funny. I mean, we had our wish off going off after the spikes anyway, so it's not a big deal. If anything, it hurts me more than it hurts him. Take our flip here. he actually lives, unfortunately, because of the burn. But we can just go into Valiant. Get some more chip on the Zong. Because, yeah, this is the best thing. This is the freest click. Because he can't switch into this. Oh, it was Cinchino Tidy Up. That's what it was. That's what got rid of the hazards. See, I knew I was being goofy. This happened before. This only happened with the rapid spin stuff in week 3. I knew I was being goofy. Does this even live 2 Aura Spheres? I don't think it does. Yeah, that's dead. But let me think about this. So I can kill this right meow. And then that brings out the Pult. Pult is very unfun to switch into. But do I want to leave this in versus it? Like, what would I mean, that kind of forces Pult to click like Shadow Ball, which is a much easier move to switch into. So I think this is what I gotta do. I probably should have calced to see if that Moonblast killed, but no matter. I don't think he's just gonna go hard Pult when he has these sacks. Yeah. Makes a lot more sense. Okay. So this Ogerpon is still definitely the biggest threat, but we do have ways of dealing with it. So because it's revealed Spiky Shield knockoff, it's probably cannot... That's the thing, it's a probably. It depends on the last slot. Oh, can I just drop this with a Psyshock? All our damage has been through passive damage, so I don't know what the spread is. If it's Spadef, I do. If it's Fizdef, I definitely do not. Actually, it could with the burn, but that's not a risk I need to take when I have this guy that perma-walls it. I don't think he's gonna flip into a Valiant. I think Valiant's way too threatening versus the rest of his team. I think he's got to go for Sludge Bomb. From his perspective, he probably should have flipped just because of the situation he's in, but I don't blame him for flipping that. I want to double out, actually. Actually, no, he's gonna flip. So I have to... Because I really don't want this getting burned if that Dragapult is still around. And, like, it's got chip, but not enough, and Ogerpon is still a threat, so we're gonna put the rocks up. He does actually not flip turn, which I guess is fair because he doesn't know my speed. Put these back up, get some more chip, and then hard swap back into Mola, and flip. Yeah, I do have a bit of a reputation in this league for being stally, so between the Gliscor and the Aloe, so I kind of just gotta live up to my name. Unfortunate Magma miss. Especially since I lost my boots. We're gonna take our flip here. Gonna get that off, get some more chippies. This does go down, right? Yeah, cool. Just took a while to get back into that position to do that again. So I guess now the big threat is we got Paul and Ogre Pawn. I just go Gambit into both because I can live whatever. I think this is definitely the play. Goes into Paul. So, on the off chance he Will-O-Wisps, I just kowtow. He's not Specs based on the Shadow Ball damage. And even if he is, we live a Specs Flamethrower. We kowtow here. Yeah, this is what we figured. So, depending on the build, it may or may not live this. We do have a Supreme Overlord boost. I think it lives... actually, I will just see. Nope, it doesn't. There we go. That's Gambit. Doesn't even need a Sword Stance. But that does make Ogre Pawn more of an issue. This I can just stay in on. Do I? Do I need this to be healthy? No. I think Biggie Smalls will always... I just need chip on Ogre Pawn for Valiant. I'm just gonna stay in and kowtow this. Because I can't do anything. We eat that. Okay, it does go down the burn though. I can't type. Hold on, there we go. And I think he could spiky. He could spiky shield. I'm just gonna Sucker Punch. Okay. So this way I do ignore it. I probably should have went hard Val. That's actually what I should have done. I think so now we just kowtow, get our damage. This shouldn't be able to threaten me. Last move was gotta be Ivy Cudgel. Jesus, that did 0. Blitzcore can live 2 hits from this, so I'm just gonna go into that in Toxic. Actually, how much does a knockout do to Dirge? I take 2, and then a Torch Song just somehow does that not die? It actually doesn't. But I guess it puts it in Valiant range, so or Sucker range or whatever. I've already won. I'm just trying to figure out how to like move through this. How to actually get the job done. Good knock on his part. So we just torch this thing. Take that. That's gonna put a bow on it for week 6 with the PMPL. Nice 5-0 victory. Unless this crits. Does not. So there we are. Very well played to my opponent. I look goofy again for forgetting how Tidy Up works. Yeah, I didn't expect that to be the team to come, but it was threatening as we saw. Spikes are threatening, Ogre Pawn is always threatening, Paul's always threatening. So, yeah, GG's to my opponent, and I'll see you guys next week.